Hey guys, so welcome to part 17 of Let's Play RPG. In the last part we made our way up to the Tower of Booster. I don't think it's called Tower of Booster, but you know, I think that's a better name, honestly. So we got to the very top, found Toadstool. Booster jumped off the edge apparently and killed himself, so now that Booster and Toadstool are both dead, we now have a boss to deal with. Yeah, these two guys are the boss of this area pretty much. You don't actually fight Booster at any point. Well, like I said in the last part, you can fight Booster if you mess up the minigame, but we didn't mess up because I'm pretty damn good at hiding behind curtains. I've practiced, so yeah, obviously we have two clown brothers, it seems like. Seems like pretty vicious guys, if you ask me. The first one is called Knife Guy, which is the one on the left, and let's have a look at his stats. HP 700, attack 70, defense 55, magic attack 20, magic defense 10. That's very interesting. And he has a weak point of fire. Seems like most enemies in this game have a weak point of fire, so if you're fighting up against an enemy, I would definitely recommend just trying to use fire. It will probably work. It's either gonna be really effective or not effective at all, but you might as well give it a go. But yeah, that's Knife Guy, pretty much summed up. And obviously we don't just have one person, we have delaying until I can bring up the Wikipedia page, even more delaying. We have Great Guy, which stats I'm guessing are very similar. Oh, HP 900, attack 60, defense 40, magic attack 25, and magic defense 40, and weak to thunder. So if you use Thunderbolt, you will do a lot of damage to Great Guy, but you won't do much damage to Knife Guy. So wait, yeah, fire for Knife Guy and all that. So I went into this battle not knowing anything about it, just so you know. You know, this is a blind Let's Play, and I didn't actually die. I managed to do it first time, despite my current state. I went into this battle very injured, but my combo of Mario, Mallow and Bowser really worked for me. So yeah, in terms of strategy, it's the standard strategy for this sort of boss. You know, whenever you have two big enemies or you have a group of big enemies, you always focus on one enemy each, and then you take down that enemy, and then you work through them like that. You know, you got to bully people here. You know, at school, obviously the bullies won, and they took your money and they took the piss out of you, but they were the winners. So this is a time for you to strike back, okay? You're playing Super Mario RPG, you gotta be a bully. Just saying. So yeah, obviously you have to go for Knife Guy, because Knife Guy only has 700 HP, where Great Guy actually has 900, so obviously you go for the weaker one, so... You know, and the main problem is when they do this, when they kind of link up, because they then do this really horrible attack, Meteor Blast, and with that many flashing lights, it's gotta be a powerful attack. As you can see, it did a ton of damage, and then Knife Guy still gets to attack as well, so you're really going to want to watch out for that one. Again, most people would have used Geno. I think I've been saying Geno for the last few parts, but yeah, most people would have Geno, but I have Mallow and just made sure Mallow was on healing duty. And HP Rain is really a handy attack, you know. It means you can pretty much heal people each turn, and you know, Mario and Bowser can attack, and Mallow can just make sure everyone's okay. So, as you can see, Bowser is currently on 2 HP, so I'm going to use HP Rain. And HP Rain uses up so little flower points as well. It's such a good use for attack. Well, not really attack, but you know, it's just so handy. I don't know why you wouldn't use Mallow. Mallow's really good. But yeah, I didn't know the weaknesses of this boss, so I kind of didn't really bother using those. I just kind of winged it and hoped for the best. Not too hard of a boss. I say that as I've got two characters both on like stupidly low health, but whatever. I have a lot of items, which is kind of good, but yeah, all my items are kind of stacked up because I don't really use items throughout this game. I only use them when I have to. So all my pick-me-ups and things like that, they're all stacked up, so now, you know, whenever something happens, I'm okay. I'm good. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise that Mario just died there, because I used Pick Me Up and now he's back to full health, which is really handy. It pretty much means that Bowser can now heal Mallow, and Bowser should be able to take these next attacks, or I thought if anyone could take these attacks it'd probably be Bowser. And he did, so see, we're back in business. I can see why someone would have problem with this boss. It's not the easiest boss in the world if you're not prepared, or if you're just not very good at RPGs, or you don't really have any sort of general strategy. Because I didn't have a strategy for these, but I have a general strategy, so I wasn't too worried about it. So yeah, and also if you went up against Booster, you might have a hard time. I know it might be a bit too late to say this, but just stock up on items, you know. You can, with 3 party members, you can pretty much survive anything if you have enough items, because you'll just keep yourself alive using those, which is kind of cool. So that's Knife Guy down. So as you know, obviously now that Knife Guy's gone, we only have one guy, so we can only get attacked once every turn, so really we're on the home straight. I've got loads of flower points for HP Rain, so really not too fast about this. Let's have a look at a bit of trivia. I was kind of reading trivia about this, and in Japan they're called Older Clown Brother and Younger Clown Brother. Knife Guy is the older one and Great Guy is the younger one, so that's how that works. And also apparently Knife Guy and Great Guy are puns. Great Guy off the phrase, that is a great guy, and then Knife Guy is a pun of Nice Guy, which I'm not too sure if I believe that. I mean, it probably is the only logical or semi-logical way of explaining their ridiculous names, but I don't know. It does it. And Nintendo are made for, you know, they're known for their bad puns. Everyone loves a good bad Nintendo pun. I know I do, because some of them are terrible. So yeah, I guess I've heard weirder. Yeah, just finishing this guy off now, really not worried. Although Echo Find is kind of messing me up. It's not good. Not sure what that attack does. It kills Mario pretty good. I guess that's what that attack does, it kills Mario. Walked into that one. So we're almost done. Yeah, this is the boss for this area. Although again, you know, I was saying about worlds earlier in this Let's Play, but it's really, the structure kind of goes a bit all over the place. Like you would think, oh, you defeated these guys, you get a star, because that's how it would work. Absolutely not. We're not getting a star for another 2 parts or so. Spoiler alert, but yeah, you're going to have to wait a bit longer if you're going to want that star, I'm afraid. So we're almost done here. He's very close to death, I believe. If my video timeline is anything to be believed. And all our heroes are leveled up, or all our heroes have quite large health, so again, with most of these battles it always comes to a critical breaking point, whether you're actually going to die or be okay. And if you can heal and be okay, then you're laughing, but if you don't, then you die, you know. And Mario and Mallow and King Bowser have jumped off, and they've also been splattered and died, because that's how gravity works, I'm afraid. I'm afraid just because you're a plumber doesn't mean you can jump off towers and be okay. Okay, Mario? That's physics. Don't blame me, blame Newton, it's all his fault, he's a prick. So apparently Booster and Toadstool didn't splat and break like every bone in their body when they jumped off either. And Booster is so full of life that he can still kidnap Toadstool and run up a mountain or up a hill. So really, I guess, if you're out there, just jump off buildings. That's what this game is telling us. So another little mini game, similar to the waterfall one and the minecart one. This is kind of this one for this area, I would say. They definitely try and force one little mini game like this into each area, which is cool. You know, it's nice. It's nice to see. And this is not one of my favourite of the mini games that they put in this game. Not because it's bad or anything. It's just not. I was terrible at it. Yeah, what you have to do if you didn't read Toad's explanation is you're chasing Toadstool or Booster and Toadstool up this hill. So if you ever reach Toadstool, you get a flower point, like I just did there. Which is, I don't know if there's a set limit. I would probably say there is a set limit, or there isn't a set limit, but there is kind of a set amount of times you can actually hit Toadstool just due to the, how this game is made. And the way you reach it is you keep running, and if you jump on something, you get sent flying forward. So if you jump on one of these barrels, you get set flying forward like that. And if you jump on one of the sniffets, you will also be sent flying forward. But the reason I didn't like this minigame is because look how close I get. I get so close to Toadstool so many times. That flower point is the only one I get in this whole part, just because of how close I get and not, you know, no cigar. There's just no cigar, which is a mighty shame. Because smoking is fun, kids. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend a good smoke every day. And yeah, then I kind of start messing up the timing, hitting the sniffets, because really you should be aiming for the barrels to hit the barrels and to have them send you forward, because you jump on the sniffets and it's a lot harder to do, but the barrels are pretty easy. But again, my timing is goddamn terrible. Come on. See, I missed! I'm terrible! I'm just no good at this game. A good thing though, like the other minigames, there's actually no consequence for losing at all. Although this one is probably the first one with an actual decent reward for doing it. The minecart one, you just had to get through it and you didn't get anything. Maybe you got something if you got a decent enough time, but obviously I did a bad time because that was a bad run when I did it. And then with the waterfall one you get coins for doing it, but with this one you actually get flower points, which is really cool. I guess I like how open this game is with the levelling up of your flower points and how much magic you can have. It's kind of handy. You don't feel limited in any way, you know? Like with other games you level up and you get a specific amount each time, but this one is your reward for exploring and actually doing well at the game rather than just doing well at battling or grinding. So yeah, we done. I scored 1 flower. Great. And I don't think you can actually repeat that mini game, so yeah, you want to do that right first time. And you can't actually save before you do it, so if you do it wrong, you're gonna have to fight Knife Guy and Great Guy again. But so it's usually not worth doing it again. But again, you can get like a stupid amount of flower points from them. So we've done that. We run up the hill and we arrive to our next place, which is Marrymore, which is a very convenient place. You know, Toadstool is getting married to Booster, or Booster is forcing her into it. I don't really know. I'm sure there's some money. The parents are forcing them, something like that. But yeah, if you want to get married, you'll come to Marrymore, unless you don't come there because it's too obvious. Yeah, what about that? This place is pretty boring, so they try to spice it up, it seems like, with this hotel. You can stay here. I wanted to stay here to heal, and there's actually a express or a deluxe suite or suite or whatever. Cool, I've got a flower tab. Yeah, the only reason you would actually want to do this is to get this flower tab. And again, a flower tab is worth 1, I think. So I've actually run out of item space. I think you get 3 pages worth of item space, maybe more. But you definitely get a set number, and I think this is the first time I've actually filled it up. And the only reason I filled it up is because of all my flower tabs I still haven't used. You know, you get a flower jar for defeating the last boss, and I still need to use it. But I haven't had the time. I've been busy. So yeah, you don't actually have to do this. You're pretty much just paying 200 coins to, while you do heal, but again, like I mentioned before, you can technically go back to Mario's pad and heal there if you want to. That really doesn't take that much time at all. So I go up to Toad, I give him a tip, just to make him leave. Needy prick. Want my coin? I'm not sure if you have to or not. If you say no, he probably just like kicks you in the shins and then leaves. Or headbutts you. That would probably hurt from a Toad. So we're all rested in our luxury suite. It's not easy being a superhero. Toadstool gets kidnapped and all you have to do is sit around in a lovely hotel suite. Ah, I think I talked over the music, but yeah, hopefully you heard that music, the classic Mario music. This game absolutely loves its Mario references. What is this, a Mario game? For all its Mario references? It makes me sick. But yeah, that's really not that much else to do in Marrymore Town. Well, there is. We gotta save Toadstool again. Jesus, I'm sick of that bitch. But yeah, in the next part we will be seeing what's going on with Booster and if he'll consider an early separation with Toadstool, so we can like, you know, get in there. But I've been HonestTom23, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, goodbye.